Hello and welcome to the booking functionality. A functionality that allows you to do booking events and have the schedule, operators, event services to which people can select a day, time and book an appointment with you and your team. So this is the functionality, and you can find the events in the first tab where you can create our first event in a moment. Then you have the schedule with all the booked appointments, the operators who will be having the ability people to sign up with, and the services. So the booking events. Let's start our first event by clicking on create a new booking event. Now in this section you'll be able to add your name of the event. So let's go with event. Then you can have some kind of description, a location where the event will be happening. That can be like a location, it can be a link if it's going to be an online meeting. So whatever you wish you can add there, and have a notification for email when somebody signs up for books an appointment. Then you can go to the operator. This is the people that actually will be having the ability to have a calendar to which they'll be booking for. So if you're just a single person, you can add yourself as an operator. So you can click here and add a new operator. Now this is the pop-up where you can create your operator. So if it's you just a single person, so you can add your name, you can add the email at domain.com, for example. Some kind of a description if you want to have for yourself, an image if you want people to see an image of you when they're booking an appointment, and you can even select a color. So this is for color coding, so you can easily distinguish if you have more than one operator when they have a schedule to see which event is for which person. And of course you can sign with Google so that you can sync your calendar with your operator, so when somebody books for you, you'll be able to see it in your event, in your calendar as an event being created. So you can click on save and click on add to add this user, an operator, to the event. Now if you add more than one person, you can have people to select which of the two to book an appointment with, or you can assign them with this round robin type of option where it will be like automatically assignment to which of the two or more operators people can schedule an appointment. So for this example, let's keep it with one person and click on next. Well, before that, in the operators you can also link a service. So if you have more than one service that you provide, so if you just want people to just book a demo call or something like that, a meeting with you, that's fine. You can just be one person with that services. But if you have like different services that you want people to select from, for example, if you're a hairdresser and you have a few services that you provide, you can just create your services again, select what is the time slot that they can create, and you can add them as options here. So you can do it like this. If it's a group event, you can also do it with multiple people having the ability to book this appointment. So like a group meeting with X amount of people, you can create such event as well by selecting a group meeting. But for the sake of the example, let's leave it without any services, or just an operator with availability. So we can click on next, and there is the availability tab where we can select what kind of an event is going to be, one-on-one being the default one with a single attendee, or you can have a group one like we discussed, where you can have multiple people joining for the same event, and maybe like a webinar or a meeting somewhere with multiple people. You can add how many people maximum can join. Well, let's keep it as a one-on-one meeting, and you can select what kind of what is the duration of the meeting, in the how many weeks upfront or days people can you'll be available for. And here you can build your availability by different days, time slots, exclude days, so you can play around and create your meeting. You can have different things such as buffers, limits per day on how many people can book an appointment with you. So you can play around and create the booking availability that you want for yourself. If you have more than one operator, you have the option to select for each individual to set up the availability. So let's go to the next step. which is the form questions. So this is where you can actually collect the information from your users. So that you can ask them any other questions, just like a normal form. So you can ask anything from, you can create a field or use the CRM fields from here to add them to your forms. So by default it's name and email, but of course you can ask like a phone, for example. Let's add a phone and click on save. And lastly, the confirmation page. It can be the default message, or you can set up something else that you want to say, add a call to action if you wish as a button, add this thank you message, or directly to link them to a custom page where you'll see a custom page that you've already created that you can link to. So for the sake of the example, let's leave it like this without any message. It will be the default one. So this is it. This is how simple it is to create an event. And we actually already created an operator as well. So we have already created an operator, we have an event, and we can now have people sign up for our event. So we can go, but of course I have to have it on a page. So let's go to the builder, and in our builder, let's say we want to add it to this page. We want to add it, let's say here, below this text. We can just click on add widget and drag our booking widget, which let's say we want to add it here. So now from the drop down, all we have to do is select the event that we created, which we called event, but of course you can have multiple ones and select the one that you want. And that's it. The event will automatically show right away onto the page, which shows your availability for the next 2 weeks from whatever time slot to whatever time slot, and information about the event. Now you can of course play around with this widget and see different things, but we'll look that into in another video that look up as well. But this is basically different layouts that you have about your widget and how it looks. You can play around and create different designs and stylings about how it will look, tag users, etc. But this is it. This is how easy it is to create your first event with operator. If you wish services, that will be an extra step in the whole process to select the service, to select the operator, and book the event. Very simple, very slick, and working perfectly with your pages. I hope that you enjoyed, and yeah, let's create some events together.